Make your choice. It is done. The time is ripe. Make your choice. The time is ripe. Make your choice. It is done. The time is ripe. Make your choice. It is done. The time is ripe. Make your It is done. The time is ripe. make your... It is done. The time is ripe. Make your choice. It is done. The time is ripe.
Next access is on. Apps to access your microphone. Yep, I can see that Streamlabs isn't on the list of things using my microphone right now for some reason. Audio. Channel, stereo, desktop audio device. Mic. There it is. Disabled. My phone, fine. Done. There it is. Uh-oh. Is it going to have my filters on, though? Right? Let's see if the filters, edit filters. Or noise, expander. Yes, it does have all the correct things on it. All right. In theory, it is working now. And in theory, you can hear me now. Let's find out. We'll go here. Yep. And it's fixed. Look at that, chat. Increíble. We are back. Hey there, everyone. Hi there. Ho there. For those of you who have been watching on Rumble, Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, or Kick, you haven't heard my voice all stream. That's because it turns out Streamlabs, which is what I use to multi-stream, had for some reason just disconnected my microphone from it. OBS, which I also run for just the Twitch connection, was working, so people on Twitch were hearing me. People probably thought it was like pre-recorded content. I'm surprised because people were coming. Dude, I'm sorry to everyone who was viewing and who missed out. Like, because I probably had like 20 people come and leave on Rumble, and they're probably like, "Why is this dude?" See, this is what I mean. Listen, lurkers, I love you. Obviously, you're the majority of my viewers. I appreciate you, but you know, I wish you would just say like one thing in the chat. It's like, something doesn't seem right here. It does not seem right here. All right, I would love for anyone in the chat. Now I'm gonna put on the BRB screen. There we go. I'd love for anyone in the chat at all to say anything to me right now, so I know that we're good. Can anyone say anything? Anyone at all? Waiting. Pausing, champing. Let me also do this. Yo, says Enrico. Okay. Enrico, I am now... where's my game sound? I can hear you, says Chris. You can hear me, but you don't hear a game, do you? I know I'm on the BRB screen, by the way. That's intended. Why are my headphones not working right now? Oh, I plugged into the wrong thing. Oh. Can somebody say if they can hear me on whatever platform right now? I know what happened. Can anyone hear me right now? I know you said I can hear you, Chris, but can you repeat that? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I can hear you. Okay. Can you hear me and the game? Okay, Chris says I can hear you still. Enrico says I can hear you still. Can either of you hear me and the game? Can you hear me and the game? Both. Can you hear both me and... Yes. Okay, so we probably lost like 30 people who came and left, but I'll tell you what happened. It's a simple... See, this is just, I'm an idiot. All right. I plugged today. We cleaned the house today, right? And so everything got unplugged and replugged in. And when I replugged in my headphones, I plugged them into the microphone jack, not the audio jack. And so it messed up my everything because Streamlabs was detecting that as my mic. It was trying to use my headphones as my mic. All right, we're back. Everything is working. Welcome to the stream, Doldrum Dan. I've been silent for a while, that's because I had plugged my headphones into the mic jack. Thanks for being here, though. All right, now that you can hear me, Chris, how are you doing today? That's what I was trying. I was like, why is Chris not responding to me? I'm like, how's he doing? I hope he's doing well. When you couldn't hear me. How are you doing today? All right. Well, I'm glad that, it's relatively early in the stream when we got that figured out. And so, 10 hours in, I find out that, so I was like, oh, by the way, you've been muted. Oh, also, hold on one second. Let me hit a BRB. I need to do one little thing here. Just a second. Gotta adjust my level. Level 8 is too high. So I'm not crazy. I was starting to think I was just tired. I'm doing very well. Listen, if you're tired enough to start hallucinating like that, Chris, then you need to be worried. So, I'm doing very well. I just woke up from a little nap. That's awesome to hear, Chris. And yours is, don't be hard on yourself. You've lost some brain cells, so it's not your fault. You see, Enrico gets the big picture, ladies and gentlemen. There was a gas leak and I almost died, and I definitely lost brain cells. So, it's not my fault I'm this dumb. I mean, the truth is that I've always been this dumb. But, I'm going to go with, it's a temporary brain damage. But there we go. We're back everywhere. Let's chill for a moment. Hold on. So, finally, my cat is back sleeping in my room. I'm so happy. That's the update to the cat situation. Every day you get your daily cat updates. She still has her bandage on her. Her little cast around her chest and shoulder. But finally, she's sleeping in my room again. She spent a week with my grandma. Being very thankful and loving to her for having healed her. But finally, it's funny, we cleaned my room and now she's back. Maybe it was too dirty in here. And even the cat was like, nah. We have an absolute spider infestation. Millions of spiders are on my floor. Like in all the rooms on the floor that I'm on, and it just like it's a nightmare, man. So we like fumigated ourselves basically. We sprayed all the rooms, waited for the poison to dissipate, cleaned the rooms out. That's why I'm so late today. That was like a whole production. Let me tell you, chat. That was like, but we did it. Now, everything is nice and clean. I took a long shower. I shaved. I'm feeling like a new man right now. Feeling like $100. But, man. Vale was so cool yesterday. Mr. Giant Chicken. I'm sure it's been said before that he looks like a giant chicken. But like that blocky design, like very almost demonic. The head. Quite unique for FromSoft. He looks almost like a Taurus demon from Dark Souls 1. Like the head is like that of a Taurus demon. Like made giant, obviously. Oh, man. But I'm glad everyone's doing well today. I'm glad that we fixed the stream. We're about ready to go and fight the hardest boss in Nightreign. Also the best boss at Nightreign. The coolest boss at Nightreign. I don't know. Fulgur might be, the Centaur Man might be the best boss in Nightreign. But this guy, we're using the Erdtree bow for testing because we're going to be doing holy damage. We're testing for level 1 runs, where we run to Magma Worm and get a legendary armament. So this is a good replacement. Here's the issue. Magma Worm, if you look at his resistances, he resists everything. So I don't even know that it's going to be viable, because we're going to walk into Magma Worm with a holy bow at level 1, doing 2 damage a hit. It's better than fire. Fire, he takes... And with fire, he takes no... Like, literally, I do 20 damage per hit with fire. So even though I should, I want to be going in with fire, it's like there's nothing I can do about it. So that's why we're doing Libra. That's why we're trying this. We've level 1 hit. We've done level 1, succeeded against Augur. Level 1, we succeeded against Gaping Jaw, which was I believe, no hit. Level 1, we succeeded first try against Tricephalos Gladius. That was yesterday. And if you're wondering why we're going to the quote-unquote hardest boss as the next one, jumping right to this, I wanted to practice Libra anyway. It fit for like 80 different reasons, but I really wanted to get to know Libra. He is my favorite boss in the game, and also the boss I fought the least. So I want to be able to solo fight him without issues, especially with, just a couple weeks. I believe he's the first one. His Everdark enhanced version's coming out, so I want to be really good. Also, I'm curious how long I can stand here. I guess it doesn't start the fight unless you hit talk. If I hit talk, it'll time me out if I stand for a while in the talk menu. So Libra is a goat man. He might be Satan. We don't know. And he likes to masquerade as a human. And he acts as a merchant of sorts. You do your little deal with the devil with him. Well, let's take a deal now.
Make your choice.
First tried, no hit, fire giant. Let's go, Enrico. That's big stuff. I wish to have great strength. I want to resist ailments. Yes. Why? Watch our stamina bar. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Bam. Watch it. Watch it closely. Watch what's going to happen.
The time is ripe.
What? It was supposed to take 10% of our... Also, okay, so we missed our mark. It was supposed to take 10% of our stamina, but it didn't. I think it bugged out there. We really want to make sure we have our ult up like this whenever we go in and fight him. Because he has those moves that only the ult can break him out of, basically. Bad time dodge. But that deal also increases his resistances. Not the ailments one. The ailment doesn't increase his resistances. It only takes 10% of your stamina. So basically, he has 2 deals that are worth taking. The rest of his deals are not worth taking. One is I want resistance to ailments. And the other is I want eventual strength. The reason is eventual strength is just you are debuffed with half. All your stats go down by half for only 2 minutes. But after that, you get buffed like crazy. So only 2 minutes is not that long to dodge him for. And then the ailments one only takes 10% of your stamina, which is nothing. And also makes you super resistant to his madness. And that is why those are the 2 deals worth taking. All the rest are just not worth it. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, so just one hit when he does that. Oh. The punish. There you go. And we want to mark him before we break him out of that. Also, he can hit you with like 1 pixel there, so you got to be really careful with your dodge. I thought he was doing the full back. Rough. Okay, that's 2 downs. Again, we get 4 lives when we're doing this level 1, where we'll have 3 Wending Graces, plus you get a 1 revive as solo. Wake up, I'm over here. So if this was the normal fight, we'd actually be fine right now. We start with the Wraith Calling Bell, if you're wondering why we have that. It's part of our relics. We don't really care about that, but it just happens to be on one of our relics. Might as well use it because it does just like flat damage. And it does more than a bow shot does. There we go. All right, we really want to be doing those pops. That's rough, bro. He teleported in place. That is so rough, dude. All right, that'd be 3 lives down. We would have 1 more life if this was the real fight. All right. And for this, nothing we can do, so we just run up against him. And then he takes a minute. He's going to go buck wild to just get these off. I got greedy. And we would have lost there. All right, so we don't want to do that too much. All right, let's see. Wake up. That lunge towards you is really slow. Also, this is bad. I was supposed to dodge right. The annoying part is when he slams his staff down like that, that's his teleport. But he doesn't always teleport directly to you. A lot of the time, he teleports to some random distance. And that's the worst because you think you're going to dodge as if he's about to teleport right to you. So you got to hold your dodge, hello, for a while. Like, you got to hold your dodge for a while to see where he ends up. It's rough. I know it might not seem it. We're actually doing better and better right now. See? Not bad damage at all. All right, we're getting better. We held our dodge, waiting to see where he would teleport to. There we go. Okay, that's much better. We're getting much better at him. We're improving really quickly. Gotta strike the pose. Always gotta strike the pose, chat. That's important. That does extra damage in your next run. All right. Always two-hand on the way to him. What's up, bro?
Make your choice.
All right. Spend my like eventual greatness. So look, max HP, FP, and stamina will be halved for some time.
Done.
So I have 2 minutes that I have to dodge him.
Is ripe.
It's 2 minutes I gotta dodge him for. Now, you gotta remember, we're fighting him level 1, so it's a long fight. So you have that 2 minutes. Oh, bad dodge. Everything is so delayed with him. Whoa. Here he comes. He's so well designed. Like, his teleport mechanic is beautiful because it's like, this is a game meant for multiplayer, right? So him being able to just teleport between all the players in the way, like, anyone who's like not interacting with him will get a piece of him. I wasn't in the middle. All right, not too bad. I mean, not a good start. Hold on one second, chat. I need to do something real quick. Let me hit the BRB. It's later in the day, so, you know, there's going to be a lot of this. Do you know that Elden Ring has 6 endings? Yes, indeed. I have heard that. I thought it was 7. Well, isn't it 7? I'd heard 7. Also, I know you can't see what I'm doing right now. That's fine. I am... Yeah, we'll be getting all of those endings on stream, by the way, chat. You know. I mean, because we've done every quest. We already have the Fia ending unlocked. We have the Ronnie ending unlocked. That's 2. We have the Dung Eater ending unlocked. That's 3. We have the normal ending. That's 4. We have the Frenzied Flame ending unlocked. That's 5. What else? What other endings would there be? We don't know yet. We haven't finished. I guess the other quests require finishing Fair Mazula. But so far we have 5 endings unlocked. Ronnie, no, I said Ronnie. Yeah, we did Ronnie. That's the one we're probably going to take at the end because, again, we go by, like, what our character's story is. And for our character's story, we followed the Ronnie storyline. That's what we're going to go with. Like, we got the Frenzy Flame ending, but then we used the needle in Placidusax Arena to undo our Frenzy Flame. We did that to save Melena's life, even though she hates us now. Because we read on the item description that if we go to a place beyond time, that we would be able to use the needle, and it did work. Okay, so here's what's going to happen that's funny. Is I'm going to fight him a little bit, and then I'm not going to finish the boss fight by the time I have to quit out. Because I'm in the middle of a couple things, but that's the beauty of doing this testing like this in a really relaxed type of way. Desire a flask. I want the power of a demon. Yeah.
It is done.
This you probably shouldn't take. I'm only taking it because in this practice mode, I should have at least 6 flasks. Come. One. There we go. There we go. You can get elevation memed a lot with him. Like, if you're on one of those hills, like, your dodge might not go, get you out of his circle that's gonna explode. So that's why you gotta be ready to do a double dodge sometimes. Alright? Dude, I dodged that. Come on. quick. Kind of focus. This is so funny. I'm just gonna die over and over. You're just watching me die over and over again. What's up, bro? All right, we're back. The death didn't count because I had to do something. There's no point. You mark him, get away, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's not too bad. Bro! There's just no avoiding that if you walk back into it and you just don't know it's there. Right over here, bro. Look at how little damage you do when he has his defense up, though. You gotta be so careful with your super dodge. Because he can just put you right into one of his circles. Bro. We want to be good enough where we can basically pop a mark on him. That's our first time getting this. Also, what? Robbed. We got robbed of our crit. That's our first time getting the crit. I wasn't ready. That shows you, though, we're improving. If we're hitting him that much. You're kidding, dude. Alright, I'm going to die a bunch now again because... doing something, there's one to attack. I was just wondering, alright, I'm focused on something, but I just wanted to see if I'm up against him, I could do damage. Again, I'm doing something else. This is a funny multitask if we just die over and over again. And let him just, he's just buffing himself over and over again as we die. While I respond to text. But this is just, you know how it goes. Alright, back in. So we have, I believe, 2 real deaths. That's how you get rid of that. We have 2 deaths in this run. Again, we get 4 lives because we get 3 Wending Graces plus a solo revive that you automatically get. That'll do 3 circles that get bigger and bigger. Maybe we can get our ult up. No, there's just not time. Rough. That was interesting. I had my skill buffer there. I've never had that before. So far, this would be not a bad run. I was itching my nose. I'm not going to count that death because that was an itching my nose. Not counting that death. Doesn't count. Hi there. What's nice about him is you don't have to really run up to him because he'll just teleport to you. I mean, it's funny that I'd use that all the way from over here. Yep. That also death, if we weren't practicing in this far away, that wouldn't really have happened. So again, there we go. Now we're close to him. Back to normal. This is great. I should have done this sooner. We just farm our alts. This is my first time ever using a mod on a game. And then through. Rough. I got trapped. Hardest boss in Iron is a crazy goat man. I know who bro says. I know who bro. Great to see you in the chat. How have you been? How have you been? Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Wake up. So this run, I kind of multitasked and I was doing some other things during the run. Rough. Okay, that would have been my fourth death. I would have died. Okay, so then we're getting closer. We're getting better. We're learning his moves. And then we'll just piss him off. Got him. Oh, we both died at the same time. What's gonna happen right now? Night Lord Feld. Victory. You been good? I don't know who, bro. Okay. We're almost ready to do a run, I feel. Also, I'm so afraid I'm gonna get banned. Because I don't know how to uninstall them. Like, I'm hoping it's not altering my game files is basically my situation. I did back everything up just in case beforehand. What's up?
Make your choice.
Make your choice. Resistance to ailments. All right, now watch our stamina bar. Watch. Sacrifice stamina as payment. That's all you sacrifice for this. And look how little. Watch the green stamina bar.
It is done. The time.
Okay, so it's,
right.
I guess doing this over and over again, it's bugged. It was supposed to go down only 10%. Oh, I'm fine. Beat that enhanced ending pest, which was annoying. Yeah, I feel ya. That is an annoying boss. I think we've beaten Animus, the enhanced sentient pest, like 3 times now? Maybe 4 times. We haven't really... Actually, we beat him a bunch that one day when he kept bugging out before they fixed his issues. I mean, I'll take this. Playing well so far. Not bad, not bad. All right. So 1, 2. Where's the third? Got him. Bro, my dodge timing is so bad with that. I know because my internet isn't that good right now, so measures will take a bit longer to send. Don't worry about it. All right, so that'd be death 1. Again, we get 4 deaths because we get 3 Wending Graces plus 1 revive when we're doing the level 1 runs. I mean, I guess it's just safer to, like, do that on his super. Watch the stam. Go. I'm fine. Beat that. All right. I already read that. Perfect. We punished him each time. There we go. That time we did it right. Okay, this is a much better fight right now. Incorporate some R2s would be good. As we get better, we can start doing that a lot more. Just when we get up against him, getting those R2s in are pretty big. Dead. That'd be our second death. 2 out of 4. He's under half, so that wouldn't be that bad. We're over here. I don't want to wail on him and get in free hits when that wouldn't happen in a real game. And circle. And... oh! Almost got me. What? Why did that... okay. Bro, that is... it hit me even though I had gotten out of it. Like... bro, that hitbox is wonky. I was watching Mitch Riz, who is a Souls speedrunner, a very famous one, who famously did Sekiro blindfolded. And I was watching him, I think it was yesterday, honestly, when I was in bed. Practice Libra, doing exactly what I'm doing now. That'd be our third death. And he had that same thing happen to him, where like he had gotten out of the circle, but it hit him. And he got pretty upset by that. I'm over here. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're done. We were too far away from any madness crystals. They were behind us. We should have turned around when I noticed how far away they were. That would be our 4th death. That would be the end. Rough. Because we only get 4 lives. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There. Hello. I need to change that to an R2. Okay, what you're seeing right now is a very rare version of his charge. What this attack he's doing right now, people have fought him like and only seen that like 1 in 20 times you fight him. That is a very rare charge attack. Also, I'm gonna die again. I'm tying my hair up. Oh no. Like, that is a very rare attack he just gave us. That was our first time seeing it. Anytime he's stuck in place, we gotta be doing this. Because look at how much damage it does. Made a little mistake there, but that's fine. And then R2. It's just not gonna happen. There we go. Wait for that. Good. I got baited. That should have been an R2. Rough. Rough. Getting greedy, getting greedy, getting greedy. Can't be greedy against him. There are lots of little minor improvements each time. Gotcha. All right. Okay. We're getting there, chat. If you want to get good at these games, this is the way you get cracked at these games. If you want to impress your friends and be like, yeah, I'm actually the GOAT, this is how you do it. All right? You fight the GOAT to become the GOAT. All right? You understand? To be the GOAT, you must get into the mind of the GOAT. So now let's talk to the GOAT. Excuse me, Mr. GOAT?
Make your choice.
Desire a powerful weapon. I want a game manager. Nothing good today. No deal, sir.
It is done. The time is right.
Yes, it is. Go. That should be an R2. No. We're not close enough for an R2. We need to be right up against them when we use our R2s. Like this. Bam. There we go. We're focused. Sorry, chat. We're super focused. And the moment I start talking, like, I'd like to not talk at all and just, like, go full focus mode while I practice. But, like, what kind of stream is that then? You know what I mean? How entertaining is that? It's just watching somebody, you know? Let's do this.